Hey everyone, my name is Deborah Deep Mouton, and I'm the first Black Poet Laureate of the City of Houston. I am so grateful that I get a moment just to calm us all down between kind of taking in all of this wonderful information that Fresh Arts has been giving us. And so I am here today to give you a little bit of a writing prompt, something that you can take with you that maybe will inspire your next great work. I am, in addition to being a poet, also a writer of fiction and essays. I have a few stage plays that are happening right now, and some other productions. And so, in that, I'm kind of always looking for another way to get some inspiration. Sometimes I am wandering through the store and something hits me, right, like a bolt of lightning. Sometimes for me, it is dry as a well in the middle of the desert, and I need something that kind of shakes me loose. I found that other people's words sometimes do this better than my own. The same way that people like Jericho Brown or Ross Gay find themselves entangled with nature and walking through parks or local landmarks to kind of get inspiration, I find myself perusing books. The library for me has always been kind of a sacred place. And so the ability to be able to use other people's writing as muse for my own goes beyond just being able to evaluate craft, but also into thinking about how the words really resonate with me. So, I'm going to walk you through a little bit of what I do on days when I can't seem to get my own thoughts together. I like to keep little things like this around. It's like a little jar. They're always good, especially when I'm teaching, for pulling like names out of a hat for kids, but they also can be a really great way to shake up my traditional ways of thinking about how to enter into a text. And so for me, I will fill it with things like a page number or a page number and a paragraph number, something that might surprise me in a book. I have a big library. I have a lot of books everywhere, which is probably a problem, but I'm not going to stop. And I love to be able to kind of think about how one line stands out all on its own. So for me, I've put in this page numbers that I'm going to be using to help guide me in finding some new inspiration. And I'm just going to pull one out. For me, it's page 118. And I'm just going to look around and grab the closest book next to me. I happen to be preparing for a class that I'm teaching at the High School for the Performance and Visual Arts on sci-fi. So I have my Octavia Butler Parable of the Talents lingering around. You'll see I have like little post-it notes and all kind of stuff in here. And I'm just going to turn to page 118. I don't know what I'm going to find. I haven't read that page in a long time. I'm almost done with this book. And read the first line and see what it sparks in me. So this first line says, "These people were a lot poorer than we used to be." For me, I started thinking of things like characters I could develop. Who would be a character that defies the social status that I currently have? What is that person's motivation? If I was thinking about poetry, maybe it would be a poem of gratitude, of thinking about people who are less fortunate than myself, that aren't kind of where I am in my life right now. Maybe it's thinking about what I used to be, because I wasn't always at a space where I felt comfortable, having a home and a roof over my head. Sometimes meals were very scarce, and sometimes I didn't know what I was doing and didn't know where I was going to make things happen. And so the ability for me to be able to think in all of those very empathetic ways is a great way for me to kind of recalibrate and recenter and write something that surprises me as much as it surprises my reader. So the next time you're feeling like you're a little low on inspiration, grab yourself a good book, find something new in it that can trigger something in you, and you will be surprised on what you create. If you're interested in finding more about me, you can check me out at my website, www.livelifedeep.com, or you could follow me on social media at livelifedeep. I have some really great projects coming up, and I would love to be an inspiration to you in your future work. Talk to you soon.